Alrighty, here we go with our first match and our first keep. First keep of the day. Lovely. Good hand, Lightning Bolt, Liliana, and Nahiri. So, Copperline Gorge could mean any number of things. AKA, I have no idea what Copperline Gorge means. I guess we'll just play Tapped Blood Crypt for now, rather than say Mountain. Okay, we have learned what Copperline Gorge means. It means Living End. Alright. Street Wraith, so this is not a good hand against Living End. We're probably just going to die. Oh, wow. So if this is Fulminator Mage, which it very well might be, it will be kind of awkward that we played Blood Crypt. So maybe we should have thought longer about Copperline Gorge and played Marsh Flats. This could just be Violent Outburst, though. I mean, this will win the game, or it should win the game. Yep. Alright. So, Bolt doesn't even kill any of these things. Taking 10. I think I'm just conceding to not show any more cards. Makes the most sense, since we are not really equipped to stop that. Alright, so Relic, yes, please. Fulminator Mage is okay since we're on the play, and I mean, it kind of stops his Living Ends from being so good, but we are not particularly well equipped to win after Living End resolves. So we wanna take the Violent Outbursts and Demonic Dreads, or whatever they're called, the Cascaders. We want to hit those, and ideally just deny Living End that way, or of course just have a Relic active would also be good. So Wall of Omens is kind of okay. The big issue with it is that it enables his Demonic Dreads that need a creature to target. Lingering Souls does not seem that great, although it can buy us some time. Whereas, I mean, Fatal Push seems alright. Even just Fatal Pushing our own Wall of Omens brings it back and draws a card. Probably better than... actually, Fatal Push doesn't hit a lot of things from Living End, so kind of awkward. Maybe like this. I mean, Liliana isn't really all that great either, but we really either want to have heavy discard like this or Relic. So this is certainly good enough. 2 brutalities will hopefully be able to disrupt Living End shenanigans. Here I'm just going to take the damage because I might actually need to fetch up a dual land depending on how many Beast from Withins and Fulminator Mages he has. And we'll just start brutality. Alright, so Shriekmaw. So that's a good sign that our opponent has Shriekmaw, because they don't really know what we were on, and this, since it is not very good against us. So this is pretty good. So conceding there might have messed up our opponent quite a bit. So this would be a situation where Wall of Omens is not good, because we don't really want to enable Demonic Dread. So we did draw Painful Truce, and we can actually discard Wall of Omens to Nahiri to make that type of thing better. So say our opponent does draw specifically another Violent Outburst, which is unlikely. We do have Damnation for it, so we're just going to Painful Truce this turn. And we really don't want to take more damage, but we also want black. I think I'm willing to conserve my life total more though, because I'm likely to draw some land off this Painful Truths. Like, we wanted another black for Damnation, and I guess Liliana, although we're very unlikely to be casting Liliana next turn anyways. So Cycles Jungle Weaver, yeah, so this is looking pretty good for us. Okay, Fulminator Mage is annoying. And we are getting punished for not searching up a black source, but that's fine. So here we will enable Demonic Dread because we do need to draw cards. And so hopefully he doesn't have it here. Would be awkward. Fortunately he doesn't. Alright, so could Brutality, but we know our opponent doesn't really have anything good. And if they do have Violent Outburst, they're just going to be casting it anyways. Unfortunately, we drew Emrakul, which is really annoying because Fairy Macabre can actually exile it. I think we go for it anyways, because we need to get Nahiri down and start drawing cards, and hopefully our opponent won't exile. Phew. That is very good, because now Nahiri ult should win us the game. And they just did nothing, which is fantastic. Alright, if this is hard cast Shriekmaw, that's perfect. Because we can Brutality it, set up for Emrakul. So I think we want to gain life. I mean, our life total is somewhat important. Probably just draw here first. Alright, Fatal Push. We don't need to gain life. Alright, so do this. And sure, discard souls, since we have to pay 2 to cast it anyways. Alright, so our opponent has nothing important at the moment. Yeah, we'll just pass and hopefully win this next turn. Alright, so I was gonna say their best play is to pass the turn because they have to bluff Violent Outburst anyways. Let's go ahead and Inquisition to see if there is Violent Outburst. Alright, there is not, which is pretty good. Alright, so if our opponent had Macabre, that would have been a very different game. We would have actually ulted Nahiri to find Relic of Progenitus. It would have been pretty good, and probably just won us the game as in the same way as Emrakul. The power of ulting for artifacts. Alright, should we change anything? I mean, Fatal Push is pretty bad. Maybe just Timely to buy us time after Living End. Alright, turn 1 Relic. So our post-board games have been good. We either had tons of discard or Relic in our opener. So keep Reno. So this is the type of hand we'd also be happy just fetching up some basics with to start, since we're using our mana and we're on the draw, so we want to play around Fulminator. Alright, so see if opponent has Ingot Chewer. Looks like that's a no. I'd really like to get to 3 mana, so even though I have a bunch of tap lands, I'm just going to play Marsh Flats to play around Fulminator. If our opponent does have Beast Within, we're probably going to find out about it. Alright, so it is Fulminator. Good, good, good. Success. Question is, do we want to Liliana? Probably not, considering the discard is probably good for him, and it would mean our Relic is no longer active. So I'll just vent. It would be nice if we could terminate this when we had no basics and then exile it with Relic, but that isn't really an option. If we had a way to search up red, we could. But right now the pressure is not on. So we'll see what he does here, which will dictate whether we want to play Liliana or not next turn, probably. Alright, so him passing makes me less want to play Liliana less. Alright, there is untapped red basic. So Nahiri here leaves us open, too wide open. Liliana, on the other hand, is probably more reasonable, I would say. So we plus Liliana. In response, he Beast Withins, and then he gets to discard a creature. It's not great for us. Could also Liliana minus. That seems a bit better. Alright, let's... So if we play Liliana minus on Fulminator, he sacks... killing Shambling Vent. If he does have Beast Within, it's not great. I think this is fine though. Probably I should have played this first. I was thinking I wanted to play Blackleaf Cliffs after, but I want to be able to actually sack this relic if he does have Beast Within. Alright. So get rid of that as soon as possible. Alright, it looks like he doesn't even have Beast Within, because he should have played it in response and not lost Fulminator Mage. But he might still have it. Alright, opponent thinking, which definitely suggests Beast Within, but it could just be thinking about cycling to protect the Fulminator Mage. Alright, is Beast Within. So that was not ordered correctly by either of us. He should have Beast Within the relic with Liliana on the stack. I should have played Arid Mesa immediately. And we actually really don't want the Beast because it enables Demonic Dread as well. Alright, so this stack resolves. Damnation actually pretty good draw. And sacrifice a creature, so we didn't even need to really plus Liliana. Alright. Another Fulmi. Nater. Okay, Thoughtseize is excellent. So we could actually terminate this while there's no lands in play, which seems good. I think I want to start plussing Liliana because he's not constrained on mana. He can just cycle all his creatures anyways. Alright, so discard that. Alright, one living end down. We might actually be grinding through living ends this game. Anyways, alright, and using our life total, but we do have Liliana, which is pretty good. So Demonic Dread. I think we gotta get rid of it, even though it's not castable at the moment. Since, I mean, getting rid of either of these things does not accomplish much. This denies him one draw, but that's not a big deal. Alright, Simian Spirit Guide. So he has a fairy in his hand. And so we're going to make him sacrifice and then just go in on Nahiri. Probably in not that order. Alright, so if he plays the fairy, we can actually damnation it, which is a little bit risky. Alright, cycle the Jungle Weaver. So if he hit Violent Outburst, we're actually in a lot of trouble. If he specifically hit Violent Outburst, alright. Did not. Alright, so I think we damnation. The punish is, of course, Beast Within, I guess. It's not. This is just totally worth it. So alright, he suspended Living End. That's pretty good for us. Alright. It would actually be a consideration to get Relic at this point if we didn't draw this Nahiri. But since we did draw this Nahiri, we can actually beat this Living End. This is funny because him suspending Living End can technically still beat us. Alright. That's a good draw. Alright, yeah, so if he had exiled our Emrakul, then we would have searched up Relic and popped it. But that was not necessary. What were our next cards? Okay, Moto just died. Alright.